If you've ever experienced that sharp, knife-like pain when you first step out of bed in the morning or after sitting for a long period, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's typically the hallmark sign of plantar fasciitis, which is often associated with heel spurs. Now, before we jump into the foods, let me quickly explain what's actually happening in your foot. A heel spur is basically a calcium deposit that forms a bony protrusion on the underside of your heel bone. Think of it like a tiny spike growing where it shouldn't be. This usually develops over months or even years of strain on your foot muscles and ligaments, stretching of the plantar fascia, and repeated tearing of the membrane that covers your heel bone. The fascinating thing is that not everyone with heel spurs experiences pain, but when inflammation kicks in around that area, that's when you really feel it. Now here's where nutrition comes into play, and this is something that most doctors won't spend much time discussing with you, unfortunately. The foods you consume directly impact inflammation levels throughout your entire body, including your feet. They also affect your body's ability to heal damaged tissue and manage calcium deposits. So today, I'm going to share with you 5 incredible foods that can actually help reduce heel spur pain and inflammation, followed by 5 foods that you absolutely want to minimize or eliminate if you're dealing with this condition. Let's start with the good guys, the foods that are going to be your healing allies. First up, we have fatty fish, and I'm talking about salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna. These fish are absolutely loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These omega-3s are like nature's anti-inflammatory medicine. They work at the cellular level to reduce the production of inflammatory compounds called prostaglandins and cytokines. When you consistently consume these healthy fats, you're essentially giving your body the raw materials it needs to calm down inflammation throughout your entire system, including that angry tissue around your heel spur. I recommend aiming for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week, and if you're not a fish person, a high-quality fish oil supplement can be a great alternative. The second food group that's absolutely crucial for heel spur management is leafy green vegetables. I'm talking about spinach, kale, Swiss chard, arugula, and collard greens. These vegetables are nutritional powerhouses packed with antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, and beta-carotene. But what makes them particularly special for heel spur pain is their high content of compounds called flavonoids. These flavonoids work to neutralize free radicals that contribute to chronic inflammation. Additionally, leafy greens are rich in magnesium, which plays a crucial role in muscle and nerve function, helping to relax tight muscles in your feet and calves that might be contributing to your heel pain. The great thing about leafy greens is that they're incredibly versatile. You can add them to smoothies, salads, soups, or simply sauté them as a side dish. Moving on to our third healing food, berries deserve their own spotlight. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and even cherries are absolutely loaded with anthocyanins and other potent antioxidants. These compounds have been shown in numerous studies to reduce markers of inflammation in the body. Tart cherries in particular contain natural compounds that can help reduce pain and inflammation, similar to some over-the-counter pain medications, but without the side effects. The beauty of berries is that they're also relatively low in sugar compared to other fruits, making them a great choice even if you're watching your blood sugar levels. Try to incorporate at least a cup of mixed berries into your daily routine, whether in a smoothie, on top of Greek yogurt, or just as a snack. Our fourth inflammation-fighting food is turmeric, and specifically, we're interested in its active compound called curcumin. This golden spice has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, and modern science has validated many of its healing properties. Curcumin works by inhibiting several inflammatory pathways in the body, making it incredibly effective for conditions involving chronic inflammation like heel spurs. However, here's the key. Curcumin is poorly absorbed by the body on its own, so you want to consume it with black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. You can add turmeric to curries, golden milk lattes, smoothies, or even take it as a supplement. Just make sure that supplement includes piperine or black pepper extract. The fifth food that can be absolutely transformative for heel spur pain is nuts and seeds, particularly walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. These foods are rich in alpha-linoleic acid, which is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that your body can convert into the more active forms EPA and DHA, although not as efficiently as getting them directly from fish. Nuts and seeds are also excellent sources of vitamin E, magnesium, and zinc, which all support tissue healing and reduce inflammation. Walnuts, specifically, have been shown in studies to reduce several markers of inflammation. The key with nuts and seeds is portion control, because they are calorie-dense, but a small handful daily can provide significant anti-inflammatory benefits. Now, let's flip the script and talk about the foods that are actually making your heel spur pain worse. These are the foods that promote inflammation, interfere with healing, and could even contribute to calcium buildup in places that you don't want it. The first category of foods you want to avoid or significantly reduce is processed and refined carbohydrates. I'm talking about white bread, white rice, pastries, cookies, crackers, and most breakfast cereals. These foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, which triggers the release of inflammatory compounds throughout your entire body. High blood sugar also leads to a process called glycation, where sugar molecules bind to proteins, creating harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs promote inflammation and can interfere with your body's natural healing processes. Instead of these refined carbs, focus on whole grain alternatives that provide steady energy without the inflammatory spike. Our third inflammatory food group is foods high in trans fats and excessive omega-6 fatty acids. Trans fats are found in many fried foods, commercially baked goods, and some margarines. These fats are so harmful that many countries have banned them outright. They directly promote inflammation and interfere with your body's ability to produce anti-inflammatory compounds. Omega-6 fatty acids aren't inherently bad, but the typical Western diet contains far too many of them relative to omega-3s. This creates an imbalance that promotes inflammation. Foods high in omega-6 include many vegetable oils like corn oil, soybean oil, and sunflower oil, as well as foods cooked in these oils. The fourth food category to avoid is excessive sugar, particularly in the form of sugary drinks, candy, and desserts. Sugar promotes inflammation through multiple pathways. It causes blood sugar spikes, promotes the formation of those harmful AGEs I mentioned earlier, and can even feed harmful bacteria in your gut, leading to increased intestinal permeability and systemic inflammation. This includes not just obvious sources like soda and candy, but also hidden sugars in supposedly healthy foods like flavored yogurts, granola bars, and even some salad dressings. Reading labels becomes crucial here. Finally, the fifth food group that can worsen heel spur pain is excessive alcohol. While moderate alcohol consumption might have some health benefits, excessive drinking is pro-inflammatory and can interfere with your body's healing processes. Alcohol also depletes important nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, and zinc that are crucial for tissue repair. Additionally, alcohol can disrupt sleep quality, and poor sleep is associated with increased inflammation and pain sensitivity. Now, I want to emphasize that changing your diet isn't going to be an overnight miracle cure for heel spurs. This is about creating an anti-inflammatory environment in your body that supports healing over time. Think of it as removing the fuel that feeds the inflammatory fire while simultaneously providing your body with the nutrients it needs to repair and heal. Beyond just individual foods, there are some broader dietary principles that can help. Staying properly hydrated is crucial because dehydration can worsen inflammation and make tissues less pliable. Maintaining a healthy weight reduces the mechanical stress on your heels. Eating regular, balanced meals helps maintain steady blood sugar levels and prevents inflammatory spikes. It's also worth mentioning that food sensitivities can contribute to systemic inflammation. Common culprits include gluten, dairy, and certain nightshade vegetables like tomatoes and peppers, though this varies greatly from person to person. If you suspect food sensitivities might be contributing to your inflammation, consider working with a healthcare provider to identify them through an elimination diet or testing. Remember, while nutrition is a powerful tool for managing heel spur pain, it works best when combined with other strategies like appropriate footwear, stretching, strengthening exercises, and sometimes professional treatment from a podiatrist or physical therapist. The beautiful thing about using food as medicine is that these dietary changes will likely benefit your overall health, not just your heel pain. You might find improvements in energy levels, sleep quality, mood, and other aspects of your health as you reduce inflammation throughout your body. I hope this information helps you on your healing journey. Remember to be patient with yourself and consistent with these changes. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal when given the right conditions and nutrients. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more health and wellness content, and let me know in the comments what topics you'd like me to cover next. Until next time, take care of those feet and keep moving forward.